All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, tried really hard not to start off with these evil laughs. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, I'll name the segment later, GTG spits that grease, so on and so forth. Title forever in the works. Okay. So if the title hasn't given me away yet, we're going to talk about why DSP won't go after Kino Casino. And like, you know, that whole King's Court bullshit he did on Low Tier God and on Wings of Redemption during April Fools, why he won't do that on Kino Casino. And I'll give you guys my thoughts on it. We got a small clip to go over, and then that'll be the end of that. Okay, so what are my initial thoughts? Or why do I really think DSP won't do it? A couple of reasons. One, this is probably the most important one, to be honest, is that DSP is trying to get back in bed with them. Ever since he's left the Kino Casino nest. I mean, first off, look at what Kino Casino's done for him. He made about 50 grand, more or less, in the 8 months that he was with them. That right there eventually led to Asmongold. Well, no, I'm skipping some stuff. He made about 50 grand with them over the span of 8 months. He was able to talk to Josh from the farms, who basically said, hey, I can't unfuck your sister-in-law. That's not my problem. Hilarious, by the way. Absolutely hilarious. Josh Moon doesn't say very much these days. That's funny, but that was funny. It ended up, he got as close as he was ever going to get to speak to Medicare or Mutahar, or maybe even Moist Critical to some degree. But obviously none of that stuff happened. It gave him the type of confidence to where he can beg almost unimpeded. And theoretically, one could make the argument that it led him to Asmongold. Now, of course, as we all know, he ended up botching the Asmongold opportunity later. So, you know, one does what one can on that. But for the most part, Kino Casino put him into position in a way that he'll never be able to replicate on his own. With that being said, that's why he needs them back. He needs to get back in good graces with them, which is what he was trying to do during this whole Kino Casino arc. There's actually a couple of different times over the Quarter Pounder or Quartering arc, where apparently he was sending them DMs and shit saying that, hey, he can help them with things on YouTube and he can, you know, they should team up and whatever.
Not to mention, I'm an ape, you're fat, we're retarded, we're loud, we're drama.
Yeah.
This motherfucker just DM'd us 3 months ago begging for attention and we ignored him.
Yeah. You know, like, this is tough,
to get into the corner. I can help you guys. And
please, guys, please.
I can show you the DMs.
I don't got any fucking candy for you, Philip. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Loser.
Which I had said, the only reason why that was is because DSP feels like he has his confidence back dunking on Wings and Low Tier God. So now he's ready to swing with the big boys, or at least DSP thinks he is. The thing is that Kino Casino has grown since their time with DSP. You know what I mean? At that time, they were pulling 5,000, 7,000 people on Kick. Now they're in the, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 range, 17,000 almost. They've evolved. You know what I'm saying? They've gotten better over time and whatnot as this whole Quartering arc has happened. They took some losses, but, you win some, you lose some. DSP can't help them. Matter of fact, DSP was a hindrance to them the first time they collabed, or the first time they dealt with him, to the point that they were losing money. And I think PPP and Andy both admitted to that. So bringing DSP back in doesn't do anything but, quote unquote, benefit DSP. But he still doesn't know how to banter. He doesn't know how to come down on people. He's still as bad. I argue that he's actually worse than when they first picked his ass up out of the gutter and cleaned him up. He's useless to them, but for DSP, they have value for him. And that's the reason why he don't want to dunk on him. On top of that, you could say, I was about to say that they're gonna keep clowning him anyway. That's not gonna stop, which is true. And DSP's kind of become accustomed to that. And because DSP won't fight back and he just ignores it and he comes up with these small little quiffs about, oh, this guy's a tard here and this guy's overweight and showed his asshole here. He doesn't have anything. He's not creative enough. He's not witty enough to actually come up with a quiff or even or come up with a scenario or a comeback or whatever that is funny, that'll carry weight. And Kino Casino knows that.
Sit on a stream with one guy who screams at the top of his lungs, sweating profusely, hitting a fucking dinner bell.
No.
And another guy who looks like a fucking ape, who's 5 feet
So this
tall,
is the thing.
can barely speak, lisping.
Pause.
And they're just spitting all over.
So this is the thing. We never denied that I'm a fat, sweaty man ringing a triangle. We never denied that Andy looks like an ape and is only 5 foot tall. You know what I mean? Like,
actually,
this is the difference, though, Phil. Is like we roll with the punches and try and have fun, whereas you seethe and fucking cry, bro. So you can't control what other people say about you on the internet or what criticisms they have of you. But you can control your reaction to it.
I'm 5'10".
And your reaction... Well, listen, I don't know what Phil's talking about because it's an admission that he's only 5 foot tall because, you know, you are the exact same
We're the
height.
same height, Phil. You retard.
You know, like... What are you talking about? Like, he was your
like...
perfect doppelganger in the movie, and you had his exact
short
light bulb head, buddy. I just don't know. Like, Phil, what's crazy to me, bro, is like he'll launch all of this out, but it doesn't change the fact that even at fucking 4 a.m, we do hundreds of times his viewership and donations. So I don't know what to tell him. Like, he just gets dominated by a couple of fucking clowns. Does it make you sad, Phil? It does. Still living rent-free, Philip. Still living rent-free, but
I'm a short king. Let's go.
The place talking about idiots on the internet.
Yeah, we talk about you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
You know, like, look at you, bro.
Look at you.
You know,
begging for money.
Wow,
poor.
I can't believe that people enjoy other people talking about idiots on the internet. They should like me. Well, they don't. Well, that's not right. Why aren't I the biggest streamer? Because you suck. That can't be right. I'm wholesome. No, Phil.
Or you can chill with someone and relax and have a good time.
You can be bored out of your mind. Like, okay.
Look, we do drama, obviously,
We're chilling.
Right? We're loud, we're obnoxious, whatever the fuck you want to say.
Yeah.
Phil complains and whines like a bitch the entire time.
Yeah.
It's not like a positive, it's like a, oh my God.
But this is bitter
God.
jealousy.
Yeah.
Ultimately, when he thought he could get our viewers and our money, he fucking rang the bell, fucking whoa buddied, like danced for us as a fucking monkey, showed his underwear, showed his fucking feet, got down on the floor to do fucking push-ups. Like, what is he talking about? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Every drama, like, we're doing all this drama. We brought him on to do drama exclusively. You know what I mean? Like,
by the way,
he has no moral high ground. He's just upset that nobody likes it when he does it because he sucks at it.
But we do drama, but you and I are laughing. We're chilling with, we're hanging out with chat, talking. It's a very chill environment back here, even though we're doing drama and being mean to people. But it's between us, it's chill and the audience. His is very stressful, yelling at the chat.
Yes.
Why aren't you guys donating? Like, it's like, that's not chill, bud. Sure, we're negative, but like,
by the way, we got DSP Historical Society shirt for 5 subs.
Let's go. Our show is actually positive, Phil.
For this, sadly, there's just a lot of weirdos who like the other. What can you do?
So,
you know,
hold on. When more people like something, right? Isn't that the normal people? Aren't your tiny minority the strange deviation? It's all these weird people that just completely outnumber your tiny cult of demented and dented freaks. No, it's not how it works, Phil. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you are the freak, and your audience is composed entirely of people in fucking wheelchairs, bud. Like, mentally ill fucking freaks.
So the point being is that DSP can't win, and he knows he can't win. And in some ways, if he really is in their DMs and he initiated those DMs, which of course he did, you know how much of a coward bitch you are to do that shit? You sat there and you said you snaked the Kino, you snaked them guys. King Snake, Snake Eater. You know what I'm saying? You robbed the casino. And then you go to them on hoof and knee and say, hey guys, I can do you guys a solid. Let's team up. The fuck? Just out of a self-respect standpoint, you don't do that shit. You don't side with your enemies like that. Let alone do you crawl to your enemies for help or to offer them help. You don't do that. What the fuck are you doing? All right, bro. Nah. Just off principle, there's a reason why they turned his ass down and they mocked him for that later. That's insane. That's absolutely insane to do something like that. But some people still have the nerve to say DSP has pride. Does that sound like someone who's prideful doing that shit? Don't worry, I'll wait. All right. With that piece. Here, let's get into the video in question, shall we? Oh man, that's wicked work, boy. I gotta tell you. All right, first off, let's go ahead and give our shout outs, our big ups. So first off, big ups to Raw Phil and whatnot, obviously. Big ups to Diggs for cutting this up for me. Big ups to Chio. Big ups to all y'all and whatnot. Very much appreciated. And yeah, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and see what this fucking idiot has to say about this situation. Fucking coward. You know what I'm saying? That's literally the act of a coward. You know what I'm saying? Like, supposedly these guys were doing harmful content. They were going to try to drag you down with them. Didn't DSP say something about how he's not gay and he was scared that fucking PvP was going to butt fuck him in a hotel room or some bullshit like that? But then you go to them talking about let's team up and shit. All right, bro. All right, bro. Here we go.
Now, someone did a $2 tip, says, do a King's Court on the Kino Casino and destroy those idiots. There's no point. See, here's the thing that you have to understand about that, okay?
Oh, also, he doesn't have any ammo. He has nothing on them, to be honest. Like, the DM leaks were the funniest shit ever. Because I feel like deep down, Kino Casino wanted him to do that. They knew he was going to because of how impulsive DSP is, because he is very impulsive. At the same time, they had nothing to lose. There was nothing in those DMs to make them look any type of way. It was DSP who looked pathetic, who looked unreasonable, who looked lazy, and who looked like he needed to be carried, he needed to be fed, he needed to be burped, and he needed to have his diaper changed every like 5 or 10 minutes. And when Kino Casino wasn't around for a few days, you could see him freaking out, being like, you know, hey, I hope you guys are doing all right. When you guys are gonna come back? That's needy as hell. He's got nothing on them. That's why he doesn't want to go after them. He has nothing on them.
There's nothing to be gained there because everyone already knows that they're clowns, right? Like everyone knows that those guys are an embarrassment. Their history and everything, everyone knows it. So people just accept that they're clowns and then just like to see clowns clown on other clowns. Does that make sense? There's nothing to be done or trolled or torn apart. Everyone knows what they say is fake. Everyone knows they over-exaggerate. Everyone knows that they're just there to create drama. So what is there to make fun of exactly? It wouldn't even be fun to do. It's too easy to do. And others have already done it a million times, right? Do you really need me to talk about Andy's past? Do you really need me to talk about the stream that Ashton did where he exposed himself? I mean, everyone's already talked about it. It's boring.
Actually, isn't that funny that you would want to align yourself or realign yourself with people with that type of background? Isn't that strange? And that's just the light shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you really dig into PvP and Andy's backgrounds, you'll find way worse shit in there and whatnot. And yet, DSP didn't have a problem climbing in the bed with them willingly the first time around. And then you find out later that he's still trying to court them behind the scenes. Seems strange. That's why you should never believe anything this asshole says. For real, for real. If this guy goes outside, if he says that the sky is blue outside, be skeptical. Immediately be skeptical of it. He'll lie about anything and everything. Insane. Absolutely insane.
Listen to this. All right. Now people are getting crazy. Gabriel on the YouTube chat said, would you take a pack of cards and cut the whole pack in half on stream if someone gave you $100 to do it? I mean, you do realize that it's pure profit, right? Like, I want you to think about this. Out of all the...
Wow. I wasn't expecting it to go this way, but fuck it, I'm here for it. That's really, like peep how he started this bullshit. That's really, really strange. Because remember, this whole fucking Pokemon nonsense, right? It's literally about him winning on all fronts. he's asking for an absorbent amount of money to do nothing. And he gets to keep the cards, and he's the one who gets the dopamine, and he's hoping that it will trigger a response from the viewership so they give him more money so he can open more cards. So him being asked to destroy a pack of cards that he hasn't opened, that should be easy for him. But the fucking gambler in him, the greed should be like, yeah, sure, why not? The gambler in him, though, and the addict in him is like, well, no, because I don't want to have to lose anything out of that exchange. I don't want to do that at all. Wouldn't you garner more value by watching me open it than me just destroying it? But then DSP is the same person who said, I'll do what I want with my Pokemon cards, and if I want to destroy them, I will. The reason why that whole notion even exists is because DSP said that if he wanted to, destroy cards, he would, which is interesting because that's what a child does. A child threatens to destroy shit, break their toys or whatever, when they're being challenged on something or being admonished about something or throwing a hissy fit. Adults don't do that shit. Are you gonna crash your car because you got into an argument with your wife or whatever you're into? No. So, like, why would you do that?
YouTube chat said, would you take a pack of cards and cut the whole pack in half on stream if someone gave you $100 to do it? I mean, you do realize that it's pure profit, right? Like, I want you to think about this. Out of all the cards that I've ever opened, I have one card that if I cut a pack for $100, I would have lost money.
That's what we know of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't done the video yet, but I will, because I think I did a video on the third pack opening that he admitted to. And because he's opened, sorry, let me real fast. So he opened up Chaos Rising. He opened up a whole box of that behind the scenes and didn't tell nobody and whatnot. But the reason why he did that is because he already had another one on deck, so he had nothing to lose from that. Then he opened up the remainder of box 2, which was Phantasmic Flames. He opened up like 10 packs of those, I think. I think he just opened up the rest of the box of that behind the scenes and said that it's a good thing he did it because there was nothing in there. Then he bought another pack of Chaos Rising, and he opened up like 10 packs out of that, and it only left 4 for the actual stream. And like I said, that's just the 3 times he admitted to it. That's not even what we know of. And if I had to be honest with you, if I'm being honest with you, he has way more cards behind the scenes that he ain't telling us about. He's got way more packs behind the scenes, especially those older packs that are cheaper. He's probably bought a bunch of those, a shitload of those. So with that being said, so at the time that I'm recording this, let's see here. I'm recording this on the 27th of June. DSP has his 4th of July celebration, whatever that nonsense is. And he's going to be giving away Pokemon cards. That's what he's planning on giving away, because there was a bunch of discussion on what he would give away. It's clear that the only thing he was going to give away was not Pokemon cards. He's going to give away Pokemon card codes, or set codes or deck codes. Well, set codes. He's going to give those away because he has nothing else that he can give away, to be honest, or that he wants to. What my theory is the reason why he's doing that is because I think DSP was always planning on giving those cards away during this this celebration, the 4th of July, whatever the nonsense is. But he had to accelerate the plan because he was getting called out for what he did during Chaos Rising. Remember when he opened up that whole pack behind the scenes because he said the box was destroyed and he was scared that there was going to be a bunch of duplicates or they were resealed packs. So he's trying to protect his investment and their investment by proxy. And he said he allegedly threw away all of the code cards, but he really didn't. I think he was actually saving those code cards to give away during the 4th of July Vestable bullshit, whatever that is. He was going to save it for that because he was already getting criticized for not giving the cards up after he's being paid to open them. He was always planning on doing that, I think. My point is that, because by the time you guys actually see this, it'll probably be way later. The point is, depending on how many card codes that he actually has, will tell you exactly how many card packs he's been opening behind the scenes. DSP's current narrative is he's going to actually buy card codes online. He says they're only a couple of cents, they're less than $1 for like a bunch of these, and then he's going to give them out. He's not. What he's going to do is all those card sets that he's been opening up behind the scenes, that's what he's giving away and whatnot. He's going to do that to cover his bases. That's what. So the reality is he could have gone through 10 card packs for all we know, 15 at this point, and we'll never really know until that 4th of July thing happens. Like I said, by the time you see this, it'll probably be way past that 4th of July. So I'm literally talking to you from the past, but that's my theory. Because the moment I heard him say that about, oh, I'm going to buy a bunch of these card codes, I'm going to give them out to you during this celebration bullshit, I was like, no, you're not. You got a bunch of fucking card packs that you've opened behind the scenes, and you need something to do with those card codes. You need a way to cover that, because at the end of the day, DSP is an addict, and an addict is always ashamed of what they're doing. So whatever he can do to try to normalize that situation is what he's going to do. And that's where this is. That's where this is starting to become convenient. Mark my words on that.
It's right there. The Mega Greninja. Even the Pikachu I pulled earlier, every other card I ever had, I would make money on that deal. Why on earth wouldn't I do that? Exactly. I'd be a moron. No stepdad on the kick side yet, Jay. Not tonight. Maybe he'll be here later.
You know, that's really sad, because that reminds me of when King Tut or Tutmosis used to be in play. This is back in the Twitch days. And people be like, hey, is King Tut around? Oh, no, he's not here tonight, but I'm hoping he'll be by here maybe tomorrow, because I'm playing Street Fighter tomorrow, and he loves when I play Street Fighter. Sound like some e-whore and shit, saying that he was going to throw some lingerie on for the next stream, hoping that would entice, the fucking whale to show up, his John to show up and be serviced. It sounds like that shit. So, like I said, him and Jenna have a lot in common from that standpoint. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, there you go on that. So, final thoughts, and then I'll let you guys go. Wasn't expecting the Pokemon thing at the end. Big ups to Diggs for that. I wasn't expecting that one. That caught me off guard a little bit. But But still. So, back to the Kino Casino part. He needs them. He thinks that the door's still open, or he thinks that he can open the door if he can bring something to the table to show that he's valuable to them. And that's all that is. DSP, every day, DSP is trying to figure out something that he can do, that he can present to Kino Casino to show that he's valuable. He tried the thing with the quartering, didn't work because DSP can't help himself. How can he help them, especially with YouTube? So DSP will just pivot to the next thing, and we'll see what happens. And he'll hope that it works, because he does need Kino Casino. You know what I'm saying? For real. He needs them. Badly. As it pertains to the Pokemon cards, it's greed, but it's not even just greed, it's the fact that he's an addict. He has an addiction. And so the greed and the addiction is kind of fighting with each other, even though theoretically they should be working in tandem. They're kind of fighting with each other. So he was never going to destroy those cards. You know what I'm saying? But he's not going to tell you what those cards are really worth unless he pulls them on stream. But who knows what he's pulling off stream? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? And who knows what those are worth? And yet again, I gave you guys my theory on the card codes. He's definitely opening. He's gone through a bunch of card packs, for sure. Actually, I'll put this out here. Every card pack that you've seen him open on stream, there's been a duplicate that he's opened up for his own personal stash, in air quotes. I almost guarantee it. I don't think DSP has ever bought one card pack by itself. He's always bought them in multiples, if not 2, at least 3. And so be it. Like when the whole thing with Chaos Rising came about, I called that he had another Chaos Rising on deck, and he did. And he's gonna buy it again. Actually, in my current timeline, he's talking about buying a third one, which i.e. means he already has a third one, to open it up, because now he wants to try to get all the other valuable cards in that set. Well, who's to say he's not going to do that with Phantasmic Flames? Who says he's not going to do it for the first pack that he opened up, or the first box set that he opened up? Those high value retro sets. Who's to say he won't do it for those? Why not? He's already got a taste for it. And I will go further in that later, but I just want to throw that initially out there now. Like I said, it'll be way after the fact by the time you guys even hear this. But that's my thoughts on that. So big ups on the Pokemon thing, because that shit is super interesting. Like, to see an addict literally develop the addiction and then go through the stages of addiction all in real time. There's no way he's not opening packs behind the scenes. And his stash and whatnot, because someone asked him this, but his stash is, I'm not going to say it's full to the brim, but he has to have a few cards on deck, like a few packs. And the reason why that is because on his day off, all he's doing now is thinking about Pokemon cards and what he can get. So he's going to need enough to be able to sustain him during his days off. So if he has 2 days off in a row, who knows how many card sets he's going to need? 3 of them maybe? If he has 1 day off, he's going to need a pack and a half. It's a full-blown addiction now, ladies and gentlemen. And he's got even more cards on the way. And for every card box that he's going to show on stream, he has at least one off in his own personal stash that he's waiting to open up too. It's just the way it is. Anyway, thank you guys very much for listening in. I very much appreciate it. This has been, I'll name this segment later, GTG Spits That Grease, so on and so forth. Remember the rules, ladies and gentlemen. Beat your loyal cows and beat them often. And at the end of the day, if you feel bad for DSP during his current situation, that's fine. And if anything, I respect you for it. But the reality is, he was never going to change. There's not an intervention out there. There's not anything that his parents could ever tell him. There's nothing that even Kino Casino or any of his peers could tell him to fix it. Because if you remember, Kino Casino gave him some great advice, and he didn't listen to it. He didn't listen to it. He just wanted to be carried. So that's why he has to be dragged. Always remember that. Take care of yourselves, people. Later.